Hello everyone, welcome to today's current affairs session of Civilspedia. The topics today we are going to see is FDI, Exercise Peace Mission, Osmart, and regarding editorial, it is anti-lynching and 4 Ps to energy access. Let's move on to the first topic of FDI. The recent news regarding the FDI is India remains as a top destination at global level with receiving $37.3 billion. So for the past 2 years, there was a continuous decreasing trend in FDI growth rate. For example, in 2016 to 2017, the FDI growth rate was 8.6%, while this year of 2017 to 18, it was 3%. It shows the decreasing trend in the FDI growth rate. But still at global level, India holds the position as a top destination regarding FDI incoming. So why the FDI is coming more to India? The main reason is because of strong domestic consumption pattern seen in India. In simple statement, most of the FDI coming to India not as make in India, but as a make for India. So it's for making for the domestic consumption of India only, most of the FDI is coming to India. So let us see what is the true nature of FDI in India. First one is, it is not export oriented. Most of the FDI coming to India is not export oriented. For example, in India, only 10% of the FDI is contributing for export oriented, while in China, it was around 55% export oriented FDI only coming. And next important thing is, most of the FDI is round tripping only. That is it coming from Indian money only, but it goes to some other country like Mauritius, Singapore, and then come back to India as a foreign direct investment. So most of the FDI is coming as a round tripping. And regarding most of the FDI are regionally biased. So out of the total FDI amount coming to India, almost more than 50% of FDI is going to 6 developed states. This 6 developed states only getting almost more than 50% of FDI. So it is highly regional biased. And regarding R&D, the R&D activity of MNCs is much lower when compared to the R&D activities of domestic enterprises. That shows that FDI is not truly transferring the technology or the knowledge to India. So most of the thing they are transferring is just funds only, not the technology. That too, the critical technology which we needed for the defense is not properly transferred to India. That is the issue regarding this FDI. Then with respect to this year FDI, 2017 to 18, Mauritius and Singapore contributes almost 61% of total equity investment. This shows that there was majority of a round tripping is happening in India regarding the FDI. Last year we have changed this Mauritius and Singapore DTAA, Double Taxation Avoidance Agreement. And next thing is UNCTADs, that is UN Conference on Trade and Development. That report says, that Investment Trade Monitor report says, India remains top in greenfield investment. That is, greenfield is good for India because greenfield is nothing but a company is investing, that MNC, that foreign direct investment is investing in a company as to start freshly instead of a brownfield. In brownfield, there is already existing company in India. This FDI is just investing in that company for acquiring or for merging purpose only. This greenfield means they are newly starting the company. This is very good sign for India. Then with respect to FDI, this is over. Then we will go on to the next topic of Exercise Peace Mission. This Exercise Peace Mission is nothing but it is a military exercise conducted by SCO, that is Shankar Cooperation Organization. The 8 members of Shankar Cooperation Organization are China, Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, India and Pakistan. These 8 members have been participated in this Exercise Peace Mission. The main objective of this Exercise Peace Mission is to deal with terrorism and extremism. And it was mainly formed to counterweight this NATO. This Exercise Peace Mission will be conducted for every 2 years. and this year it was conducted in Russia, Chebargul area. The important thing to notice, till last time, 2016, it was mostly concentrated within the Central Asia countries only. In 2017, India and Pakistan joined this SCO. Now, this membership has been extended from Central Asian to South Asian also. So, the range of SCO operations get expanding. And this operation is the first one, apart from UN peacekeeping force, that India and Pakistan are jointly engaged in a military exercise. That is the speciality of this exercise. With this, we will end up this topic. And next is Osmart. Osmart is nothing but the abbreviation of its Ocean Services Modeling Application, Resources and Technology. It is piloted by Ministry of Earth Sciences. And recently, it is an umbrella scheme under which there are so many missions are conducting. Recently, there was a tsunami and storm surges warning system has been inserted into this our Earth warning system. Already we have tsunami warning system, but now we have introduced this storm surges warning system also. So what is the difference between this tsunami and storm surges? Both are the sea waves related activities only. The tsunami is associated with seismic activity, that is earthquake related, giant waves creating, while storm surge is not related with any seismic activity, but just the coastal onshore wind is creating the surges on the water. So the water level, tide level has been rising above the high tide level. That is this storm surges. This is the difference between tsunami and storm surges. And the important missions under this Osmart is Ocean Thermal Energy Conversion Plant in Kavaratti, and acquiring coastal research vessels, and deep ocean mining technologies like extracting the polymetallic nodules from Indian Ocean bed, and 6 desalination plants in Lakshadweep. With respect to, we will go on to next topic, anti-lynching. So recently there was more and more anti-lynching lynching activities are happening for the past 3 years. The level was rising at to alarm level. So we will first have to understand what is lynching, mobocracy or hate crime. For example, take an incident that in a village, a person has some vengeance on another person. So he is collecting some 5 to 10 people and go and attack a person. With some vengeance motive only, he is going and attacking. This is one type of incident. And another incident is someone is stealing and the people around them started to beat him. This is two kind of incidents. In first incident, there was some vengeance in that particular vengeance. So he is collecting some people and going and attacking. In second type of incident, there was not like any vengeance. It is automatically it happened. Someone is stealing, so the people started to beat him. So this is the two different incidents. The first one will be, in that case, the police will arrest them under CRPC, that it is a crime. But in the second case, the people will not be get arrested because they will say it is a lynching. That lynching is nothing but it is an extrajudicial executive action done by a mob of people without any pre-motive things. So it is happening on the spot only. The person will not be came to know about that victim. Most of the people who is beating the person, they will be unknown to that person. While in the first case, they will be known to the person. So if they are known, then we can come under, that crime will come under CRPC's crime. While this second incident of unknown person attacking a person, then it will not come under the CRPC. It will come under the lynching activity. So still now in India, there was no definition of lynching in IPC or CRPC. Only in CRPC, in section 223A, there was section that if there is unlawful assembly or rioting or murdering is happening, then the police can arrest under this section. But still now for lynching, we have no any provisions to arrest. That is a pathetic situation happening right now. Then recently, central government, Supreme Court has said with respect to this lynching and damaging the properties. So they said if any political property, a political party in that procession, if they are damaging any properties, their followers are damaging any properties, then the political party is charged with that hefty charges to pay for the damages they are causing. And second incident with respect to anti-lynching is recently high committee panel was formed. They said that the social media like Facebook or Twitter and any other social media is accountable for not blocking the malicious content through their social media. So now the panel says that we can file FIR against that social media country's head also. So now the social media is highly accountable for not blocking this provoking content. And what are the scenarios that we already have? What are the measures we already have or we have to take to stop this lynching activities? The first one is this antidotes saying, that is, there are two antidotes we have to concentrate to stop this lynching. First one is anti-communal violence bill. We already have this anti-communal violence bill. So with elements of this bill, if it is properly implemented, then this lynching activity can be handled down easily. And second important thing is police reforms, because most of the lynching is leading because of most of the lynching was not properly taken care by this police department. For example, the recent Alwar death, Rajasthan death, the lynching leads to a death of a person. The main reason is he was not taken to the hospital at the right time. There was so much of delay in giving the first aid help to that person. So there comes the reforms of police executive action need to take a fast actions. And also there was earlier incident also happened that in 2012, there was Maruti Suzuki HR manager has been lynched by the office workers. In that case, the police has taken a swift action and arrested 148 workers involved in that incident. That shows if the police department has taken proper actions, proactive actions or the reactive actions most instantly, then this kind of incidents will not happen in further, because that victim as well as that persons of who is beating, they both has to be know that if they do this kind of wrong things, then they will be immediately get punished. Now because of there is no law to punish them, they are escaping from the justice. So we have to stop this. Then regarding what are the measures we can take, it is some countries are involving NGOs and volunteers to proactively surf the internet to block this fake news and this malicious content from the internet, so that not people will be angered and attacking and involving in this kind of mobocracy activities. Second thing is important is we have to create a portal. In that portal, people can report about that activities happening around them. So this activities, this report will be forwarded by NCRB, that is National Crime Bureau record. So they will send this to concerned states. So the portal will create the accurate data of what is happening or what are the lynching is happening right now in India, because till now we don't have accurate data. By creating this kind of portal, we can interact, the people can interact with the government. And regarding this lynching, there was a Texin Poonawalla case. In that case, the Supreme Court has given guidelines that this issue, this lynching issue, is that has to be taken care at the grassroots level. So it has to be decentralized, and each and every state government will be responsible for handling this lynching issues. And the court says that we have to appoint an officer at the SP level in each district, and we have to set up a special task force to handle this lynching issues. With that, we will end up this, and we will move on to the next topic, 4 P's to energy access. The main issue regarding this energy access is there was challenges, 3 challenges, that is 3 A's, nothing but accessibility, availability, and affordability. These 3 are the major challenges regarding this electrical energy, that is universal electrical energy giving to all the people of India. So with respect to this energy access, most of the infrastructure development projects we will be handled through this PPP model only, that is public-private partnership model. But the major lagging in this model is this social concern of the locals. The locals were not involved in this PPP model. Just the government and the private players were only involving in this infrastructure development projects. So now comes the solution is we have to move for this 4 P's model. That is nothing but public, people, public and private, and another P is for this people, that is the local people will be involved. So then this model will be come to us the people-centric or end-user-oriented approach. Because when the people has been involved in that work, then only they will start to have the feel of ownership of that infrastructure. Then only they will take care of that infrastructures properly. They will not damage that, and they will utilize it properly. If there is any fault came, then they will start to question them why this fault is came, why it is not properly maintained, why it is not properly operated. Only when the people is involved in this decision making and implementation, then only this infrastructure projects can achieve the full efficiency. Regarding who can be this public, that comes the CSR fund, that is Corporate Social Responsibility Fund. So the companies can utilize the CSR funds in this model, and the donors like individual donors or self-help group or any civil societies can involve in this. For example, there was a Barefoot College in Rajasthan. It is one of the famous civil society. They are creating solar mamas. That is, they are training rural village women to create that solar equipments with high precision. So they are creating a job opportunity, as well as they are empowering the women, as well as they are developing the rural India by satisfying the energy needs of India also. So by involving the civil societies properly, we can make this energy access possible to all. And with respect to what are the initiatives our government has taken to make this universal energy access by 2022, that is our dream. First thing is, initiatives has been taken to replace this kerosene with solar. Many solar lamps and solar lanterns has been given to replace this kerosene, because kerosene is mostly used for lighting and cooking purpose. So if we replace this, then we can use it using the solar stoves and rest of the things. So we have taken our government has taken so many initiatives regarding this. Second thing is, our government is mostly giving partial financial support for this hardware. That is, in Saubhagya scheme, they can get the LPG connection with paying amount at half of the amount. So at the installment, they can pay it. So like kind of financial support now government is giving to get the energy access to all. And next thing is, most of the equipment they are giving, but after sales, once there was any problem in, then they cannot go for servicing, because servicing is at too costly level. So what the government has to take to make this energy access to reach all the people is, after this post sales, we need to have adequate post sales service, so that if there is any fault came in the solar stoves, then they can easily rectify it. So for that, we need to have linkages with this local energy entrepreneurs. Then only that most of the equipments which we government are providing will get the optimal level of utilization. And with respect to last thing, that relationship between energy efficiency and electricity access, that efficiency and electricity access are highly correlated, but it was highly underexplored in India. For example, instead of creating 9 units of electricity, if you say 1 unit of electricity, that will fetch more effective output. That will make energy access to all the people easily. So instead of concentrating just on more and more production, we have to concentrate on more and more saving also. How we can save is by having more energy efficient equipment. So we have to make more innovations in energy efficient instruments. So that relationship is very high, but we are still not exploring at high level. Now only 2 organizations in India is involving in this energy efficiency. One is Bureau of Energy Efficiency and another one is EESL, Energy Efficiency Service Limited. These 2 organizations are important regarding this energy efficiency. And with respect to women and energy efficiencies, if women are highly empowered by giving more electricity access to them, then they will change the face of this India also. So many reports have said that women are driving the change we need to close this energy access gap. So because they are only highly involved in this electricity, cooking and so many things related to electricity. So if the energy access is available to all the citizens, that is universal energy access is achieved, then women will be highly empowered and that will change the face of the India. With that things, we will end up today's current affairs session. Thank you. Have a positive day.